Absolutely brilliant, especially bowling that fifth over after a great start from Mumbai Indians was phenomenal, and bowling the 16th over as well.
Dhoni took the risk of playing just five bowlers and two spinners with Chawla and Ravindra Jadeja, who went for 37 in 3 overs. So the onus was really on somebody to be the game-changing bowler. And he bowled the fifth over, he bowled the 16th over, so 10 out of 10 to Piyush Chawla.
He was absolutely sensational in terms of where he bowled, the number of overs, the situations that he bowled in, the kind of wickets that he took. I think he was very, very remarkable in his effort. I was very surprised when KKR let him go. He went to a new franchise, but the performance was what you expect from Piyush Chawla. He was Dhoni's go-to man, and let me go ahead and like a step further and say that he was the difference between the two sides.
See, you got to realize that he bowls those tough overs as well. He bowled the sixth one, which is probably the toughest over in the power play, and then he bowls in the death as well. It was just one of those bad days. But again, I think I would not want to think too much about it.
Didn't look rusty actually. I like the way he ran in, looked fit as well. But one of those days, and I think Ambati Rayudu really destroyed him, because there were a couple of balls that he bowled weren't bad balls at all. The free hit shot was one of the best that I've seen in a long, long time, especially against somebody like Bumrah. So it was not so much Bumrah rusty, but Rayudu going after him, and Bumrah having just one of those days. They didn't look out of rhythm.
Jasprit Bumrah is not having a great 2020. Of course, we tend to forget what happened before the COVID era and the IPL getting postponed. But if you were to cast your mind back, you knew that post that injury, Bumrah wasn't the same bowler, and now a very long layoff. He is indeed rusty, and he will have to turn it around, because he is asked to bowl very difficult overs, over number 6, over number 19. These are critical overs, and he did not look his part. In fact, the middle over that he bowled, he did not bowl a single bouncer to Rayudu or Faf. I was kind of surprised seeing that.
For me, the game changer, especially coming at a stage where Chennai lost 2 early wickets with nothing on the board, and then playing that kind of an inning, and impactful inning. And actually, that was the reason why Faf could play the way he did. It was Ambati Rayudu who controlled the entire innings. He did nothing wrong. Probably the only thing that he did wrong was he couldn't finish the game.
I just find it unbelievable that somebody can bat like this against a quality attack on a big stage, having played no cricket at all. I know he turned up for nets a bit earlier. He's had a lot of nets, more nets than perhaps other people. But that kind of batting, and most of the shots that he played were off good balls. They were just sort of breathtaking shots, and should have won the game in the end, but he just gave it to Dhoni on a platter. It was a fantastic innings.
Walked into bat when Chennai Super Kings were 8 for 2. And both Pattinson and Trent Bolt were bowling well. Bumrah still had to come and bowl. Bumrah came, bowled, and then he took Bumrah to the cleaners. Actually, that 6 that he hit off the free hit, I think that was a sensational shot. Stepping down the pitch afterwards, and then hitting him down the ground once again for a boundary. The quality of shots that he played, the pressure that he absorbed, the temperament that he showed. The only blip would be the way he actually got out in the end, because the match was pretty much in the bag by that point in time. He threw it away. You'll have to agree and admit that this was right up there with the best that he has played thus far.
I'm a big believer in using form and using people when they're in good form. Try to give them as many deliveries as possible. They're still making Pollard bat really lower down the order. I think they must have seen what he did in CPL. I know the quality of bowling is completely different to what you get in CPL, but Pollard is that kind of a player where you could use his form, and I think spinners do not matter to him. Fields do not matter to him. Imagine if he would have been playing against Piyush Chawla, or for that matter, even Jadeja, had he been there batting at number 4, he could have actually scored 100 as well. But then you got to use his form. You can't just end up giving him 15-20 deliveries to face. You got to give him at least 60 odd deliveries to face, and probably this was the right occasion, because I feel if you want to take that punt or that gamble, you got to do it early in the tournament.
If Hardik is not going to be bowling, then you wonder whether he in that kind of a lineup, whether he is he complements that batting lineup, because you then have somebody like a Saurav Tiwari, who is one-way traffic. Then you've got Pollard, who is a hitter, and then you've got Hardik Pandya. The kind of pitches that I expected, the scores that are expected in UAE, they might need somebody like a Faf du Plessis that we saw for CSK. So maybe Ishan Kishan could be drafted in place of maybe Tiwari. Then you have somebody who will accumulate runs along with Surya Kumar Yadav.
Personally, I do not agree with it. In fact, in the previews as well, I kept saying that you have one player, in fact, only player who's got some game time, and that was Kieron Pollard. Runs under his belt in the CPL, give him more overs to bat. They've been pushing him down the order, Hardik Pandya down the order, and that was the difference in the end. As soon as that 10-over mark is done, no matter whether it's the first wicket or the second wicket, you should be sending out Kieron Pollard to bat.
A good tactical decision. I thought you could only do that when you've got depth in your batting lineup and you've got a lot of all-rounders. Not a lot of teams can afford to do that. And MS did take that gamble, and that's the gamble you're talking about. Sometimes it just comes off, sometimes it doesn't come off. And when you take these gambles and you actually get to know that what Sam Curran can do it for you in this tournament.
Interesting, because if you want to read a lot into it, maybe this is the new Dhoni, who wants to take a little bit of a backseat, because a few years back he would have said, no matter if it's a left-arm spinner and I've got two left-handers, but I'll go in and I'll do the job. But he sent Sam Curran, Jadeja, and it worked beautifully. So it was fraught with a little bit of risk, especially Sam Curran.
Dhoni is Dhoni, and Dhoni does what Dhoni does. Honestly, at that point in time when he promoted Jadeja, I thought good decision, because the man is in form. There is a left-hand spinner. You really want to keep that or have that left and right-hand combination. But when he sent out Sam Curran to bat, I was like, why? Hindsight is perfect vision. He got it right once again, because that Sam Curran innings and the reasons why he would have been sent ahead of Dhoni could have been like the runs that he's been scoring, or the international cricket game time that he's had coming into the IPL, and also the fact that Krunal Pandya dismissed Ravindra Jadeja, so there were still a few balls left in that over. But a master stroke in the end by the master.